Well, a collapse like that doesn't happen without some mistakes. Let's count down the top 7 biggest mistakes for the Detroit Lions in their collapse. Starting off with number 7, this failed punt, getting them down inside the 5. The punt was a beautiful punt, and yet the return team not able to get it down at the 1. The Gunners not able to get it down at the 1 right there, end up getting a touchback instead. That was beautiful, everything you could have asked for if you're Detroit, and yet they still are unable to convert and make sure that they get it down at the 1. That's number 7 on the list. Number 6 was actually starting off as a good play. They get an interception here, but this is going to be C.J. Gardner-Johnson taking a cheap shot at Deebo Samuel. Kind of a selfish move a little bit, in my opinion, because, listen, I get it. They have history, but he gets flagged for 15 yards, and they lost almost the entirety of the return because it was a decent interception return as well, but which they lost due to the penalty. Still scored a touchdown, didn't impact the game, but that's still a big enough blunder for it to be number 6 on the list. Number 5, sticking with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, doing the wave to the crowd when you're only up, at this point, 13 points with still 6 minutes left in the second quarter. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, there's plenty of game left. You cannot be doing the wave to the crowd this early on. Number 4, we're going with the, fourth down decision here to not kick the game-tying field goal. There's 7 minutes left in the game. Could have had an opportunity to at least tie the game. Dan Campbell elects not to. Nothing gets open. Jared Goff, not really much he could do on that play. He does what he can, but there was nothing open there. And the Lions unable to convert. That's number 4. Number 3, the other fourth down conversion, which this one was even worse in my opinion, because they actually got an open guy. Reynolds just dropped it. So again, say what you want about going for it or not going for it. Not only did they go for it when they could have taken the points, but also they failed due to a dropped pass. So they had 2 opportunities to get points on this drive and blew it both times. Number 2, this situation, which is a goal line stand, which that's not the important part. The important part is, why are you running it here with 3 timeouts left when you're down 10 points with a minute left? You need all 3 timeouts. You have a chance to, if the 49ers get the football, you can try and, get them to go 3 and out, and then you would have another chance. You don't want to rely on the onside kick. Instead, they run it here and then call a timeout, which meant they had to hit the onside kick. They did not, and that was the ball game. And number 1 has to be the fumble right here by Gibbs. You can't fumble the football here. You're, currently up 7 points. You need to get things settled down. You force your defense to go right back on the field after that. To me, that was kind of the, one of the biggest swings. And there's so many other ones. There's so many mistakes in this one. I didn't even bring up a pass that went off of a defender's helmet and then still got caught, right? I mean, there's so many crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, too many mistakes here by the Lions, which resulted in a 49ers victory.